January 18, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I started to breathe, very strange breathing I had. And my heart started beating and I was in coma for 4 or 5 days. And this time when I was like that, it was the best time of my life. Yeah. So it was so beautiful. There was no room. Everything was just white and it was no room. I was singing all the time. Yeah. I finished Radhe 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 and I was singing and I started again. Yeah. So it was just a moment. And no fear, no any emotions, nothing. So I had no memories from my life. So before.
Good day, everybody. So today I'm here with Kristjan from Slovenia.
Yes,
Slovenia. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a devotee of Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Does a lot of seva and has a very amazing history. First thing, before we go into the detailed history, which I would like that you elaborate more, I want to know from you, have you always been into spirituality, or is it something which has just become more and more aware with time?
Actually, my spiritual life started with not so spectacular, like the story later on, which we will share. But actually, my wife asked me to drive a van of some people who wants to meet someone for a darshan in south of Germany. So
When was that?
This was 2014, in January 2014. It was 19 January.
Okay.
So I was driving a van full of some Matajis talking about what they want to ask on the darshan. So I was listening to what they want to ask. I was listening to whole Austria, like 4 and 5 hours. I was listening what every one of them want to ask Guruji. So it was very difficult for me these some hours. But then after 5 hours, I started to think I was asking him also something.
Okay.
And when I came there for a darshan, I don't know how this happened, but I had a wish in my head that if he can show me or give me a shortcut to the knowledge which I already had. I don't know from where this came, but I was never thinking about such a things. And then everything started happening very, very quickly. So
What do you mean, the knowledge which you already had?
I don't know. Maybe in former lives or something.
Okay.
I was not exactly aware of what
the
I'm wishing
question.
for. Yeah, what
Okay.
I'm wishing for. So then I had a very strong dream from Guruji that I have to attend the his Bhagavad Gita lecture for 18 days. So I came, I didn't know who Krishna was before, I didn't know anything. So I applied myself to the Bhagavad Gita course. I came there, I was listening there, I didn't know exactly what I didn't know anything. So then I started to learn and so start reading, listening to Guruji and so, and then, then some months later, I had an opportunity, something happened, and then I went with Guruji to Vrindavan in 2015, it was in January 2015, so then...
But before this whole encounter in 2014, were you interested in anything spiritual, or was it more your wife and you were, because you're a businessman, or you were not, like, did you have some inclinations, or there was nothing?
Actually nothing. It was a company, it was a lot of business, it was a money, it was a good material life, and actually I didn't miss anything. I didn't knew at that time I'm missing something, but it was like from material point of view, my life was like perfect at that moment.
And so you had never spiritual quest before, as a child, as a youngster, you had a normal life.
Yeah.
You're married, you have children.
2 children, yeah, son and daughter, yeah.
2 children, and you were just having a normal material life, a good one, good job.
Very good one, yeah. So
okay. And your wife was
she was not so much interested in spirituality, but she was start reading books, and she was attending some lectures and so. And
Okay.
then I was also with her once or twice to darshan, to here somewhere in Germany. We had a darshan always somewhere, and then we went one to Bosnia, where is a nice place where Mother Mary showed up, and so it was.
Medjugorje.
But I was more or less a driver, so
Ah.
yeah, not
Okay,
so
so
interested.
but you came to it through your wife, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you said in 2015 then you went to Vrindavan, and anything particular you want to share? I don't know, as you were going to that story.
Yeah, it was actually my life at that time became harder. Um so I came then very active in a spiritual path. And then the life started changing. Also in material world, the life was like at that moment very very difficult. The company crashed, everything. So it was like, and also then after this also at home, family. So it was very difficult time. And then I asked once Guruji if I can go with him to India. Some people told me ask him, and then I didn't want it first, but then did it, and then he said I can go, I can join the visit Vrindavan. I was there in 2015. We went for holy pilgrimage, and actually when I came there, then like he like it was 8 or 9 days he was completely ignoring me. So we were like some Prabhus only, and some Mataji were 50, like for one bus people. And the first 7 8 days he completely ignored me. And then on the last day he gave me a Bala Krishna Murti, and he said take care of him, serve him, and so. And then during also he told me that I have to start singing. So I started singing, and so. And actually what I do today, music and singing and rituals, and so that was
It all started there.
it started there in Vrindavan. Yeah, when I
So-
had like tough life, and I went here. I came to SPN. I stayed here for 1 week, and then on the last days, Guruji called me, and we talk about this, and yeah.
So your call for your openness to meet Guruji and to be more open for his instructions was basically because your life started to become not so comfortable anymore. Is that something?
When I look back at this time, I think that it was the decision when my life became tough, and I sit in a car and I went here, and I was not checking if he's here, if he is here or not, is there a Dutch or nothing. I just came here, so it was and I think that I could make it also like other people, leave the family or something and go and somewhere, find a new job, company, establish somewhere, make a new life or something. But I didn't make it. I went.
Run away from the problems.
Yeah,
you
I
mean.
didn't run away. I just came here, and but I didn't ask him for something. I just came here. I knew that. I think here I will get
Support or
support.
answers.
Yeah, and when I came here, I felt like I came home. So like nobody was there. It was winter time. Guruji was not here. The lobby was completely empty. The lights were shut off. It was the evening prayer time in the temple. So, and when I enter, I thought, wow, that's so I think that's the point where my spiritual life started to change much more quickly, and also the point in my life that I had so many troubles, and then I came here, and then in that moment everything starts building up. So what I do today, everything is coming from this point, I think.
So your problems started to resolve, your familiar problems, your company problems, they all started to dissolve step by step, or get worked
some
out.
things quicker, something slower.
But it's in a process of going upwards.
Yeah, I think the moment when I've been in trouble and I came here that I knew that he will help me. So I think that I didn't had in my mind that I have to solve something. I have to make. I can solve my problems in company. I can solve the family problems. I can do it. It was not. I just came here, and I had the feeling that
something
will change.
Yeah,
in a positive way. Yeah. So,
nice.
And it did. Yeah.
It did change.
Yeah.
And then you had quite a, I would say, life-changing experience.
Yes.
When was it, and what was it? Maybe if
This
you.
was in January 18. 2021.
Okay, 2021.
22.
22.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. 2 years ago. So it was 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, went to the bathroom, and my wife asked me if everything fine with you. I say, yeah, I just saw like this and this and they make, and I went back to the bathroom. Not, yeah. And she came then, and she looked at me, and at that moment, I started to breathe very strange breathing I had, and she immediately called the ambulance. And at the same moment, my heart started beating. So she then, I don't know what she did exactly, but yeah, no, I
Or the
was
heart
there.
attack
My
or
heart, it was not a heart attack. Later on, they saw the heart just stopped beating. So I was there for like, I don't know, I think the ambulance need like 15 minutes to come to our house. So they came, and after this, they start reviving me. They start defibrillating me. They made it 6 times. They put more than 20 different injections in my body and reviving me all the time. And
So how
that
long were
was,
you without a heartbeat?
so they needed 16 minutes. We don't know exactly how long they need, but it was more than half an hour altogether when my heart started beating again. It was more than half an hour, yeah. And yeah, then my heart started beating, but I was in coma. Then they brought me to the hospital, and I was in coma for 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
So you didn't have a heartbeat for
More than half an hour.
more than half an hour.
Yes.
But wouldn't that normally mean that you have like the whole body is without oxygen and organs and brain damage and so on?
What I read, I think, is more than 4 minutes. You have very severe brain damage after 4 minutes. Yeah. And for me, it was more than half an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm talking now to you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
my English is not perfect, but
we blame the heart which stopped.
Yeah.
So you were 5 days in coma,
Yeah.
and then you just woke up, or
Yeah. So I just the nurse told me later on. I don't remember this exactly, but she told me that normally when the people wake up from coma, they just lie in a bed and they open their eyes. And in my case, it was like she passed my bed, and then I was looking at her. So and she was saying, she came back, and I was looking her in the eyes all the time. And then she called another nurse. She told her he's looking me in my eyes, and then she came, and I was looking her also in her eyes. So like it was. But then I woke up from a coma. They told me then I was like look at them, and then I slept again, and I woke up again, and but I've made eye contact immediately. Yeah.
And during this time, when from the moment your heart stopped and the 5 days of coma, do you remember anything of those?
Yes.
What do you remember?
What I said also previously. I always say when someone asks me this, I think this time when I was like that, it was the best time of my life. So it was so beautiful. It was like there was no room. Everything was just white, and it was no room, no walls or something. It was just white. Everything was white, and I was singing all the time, having party. Like yesterday morning when Guruji was singing Yamana Kinare, it was like this. Yeah. I was singing Yamana Kinare all the time, and Guruji was all the time sitting next to me. So
you were in a white space?
Yeah. Everything was white. I didn't saw anything else, but just Guruji was there. So, and I was singing Yamana.
Paramahamsa was next to you, standing, sitting?
Sitting.
You were also sitting?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah,
so
he was
white
sitting
room,
for sure. Yeah,
you, Guruji, and having a party.
Yeah. So.
And singing.
No, I was singing. I having a party. He was sitting there, and he was with me. Yeah.
And you were singing and
yeah, I was singing all the time. Yeah. I finished. Then I was singing. And I started again. Yeah. So, yeah, it was. I don't know how many times it was, but it was. I had a feeling that it was many 100 times, 200, 300 times. I don't know how many times, but all the time. Yeah, so it was going on. There was no time. When I was there was no time. It was no emotion, no memory. I didn't remember that I had a life here or something. I didn't knew anything. It was just the moment, and no fear, no any emotions, nothing. So I had no memories from my life. So before, just Yamana Kinare and Guruji was there. So that's all. And it was just a moment. All the time it was a moment. Yeah.
And it was
for hours and hours and hours of days.
And your state of being was you were feeling good, or you were feeling.
It was great. Yeah, it was the best time of my life. So it was really great. Yeah.
And that was basically that's the only thing which you remember from those 5 days, basically that you are in a room full of light.
Yeah.
And you sing Yamuna Kinari.
Yeah.
Radhe 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 with your guru next to you.
Yeah.
That's all what you remember.
Yeah. And that I don't think there was anything else. So it was like I think I would remember because I remember this. I see it now. So it was so strong. It was not like a dream or something. It was
reality.
So.
Wow. And then you woke up from the coma. You needed some time to recover.
When my wife came, I started talking to her immediately. Yeah, so.
Okay.
So.
Then, how did it feel to come back to this reality? Like, was there somehow
at that moment I didn't remember the first. So it was like.
From one reality coming out, going to another reality.
Yeah.
So you had in the beginning no recalling of that.
No.
You didn't even know that you were in coma. That you had this.
But also the first days when I came back in my body. So when I was here, also there was like I know they told me that it's like the computer. When you restart the computer, then some softwares are going faster up and others slower. So I was like there were some emotional reactions the first days, which I also don't remember. So I was like one day crying, one day laughing, one day screaming or something. But after a few days, then I was completely normal. So it was
miracle, basically.
Yeah.
What did the doctors? Well, what is the take of the doctors of this?
It was interesting because they did a really good job. They were like really taking care of me. And when I was reading the documents, everything, they really try everything. And so because when I was in coma, my blood pressure was 300 to 200 for a few days. So the doctor said to my wife that it's Corona time. There are no visitors are allowed in the hospital. But due to my situation, she can come to visit me today and maybe tomorrow. So it was like they were like very pessimistic. It was like today I'm alive, but tomorrow I will not be alive anymore. So it was like going from day to day.
Okay.
It was from day to day. But what was first thing? What was interesting that they didn't find any reasons because my veins are completely clean. So I have many kilos, but this is from 10, 20 years back. So
but like your arteries and your things is
everything, so everything is clean. The blood is here. There is no like this when the veins is like blockage. There's no blockage at all. The blood was perfect. Everything was good. So, and at what moment they told me that from the cardiology point of view, I'm completely healthy. So
they still don't know why.
At that moment I didn't know, but then the story developed. And after when like, this was in January, and then end of February or March, then I went out. Then they told me I'm completely healthy from cardiology point of view, and then they started checking my hormones, and also there was no clear picture. They didn't find anything like to catch to see that was the reason, but they knew that the reason for I have high blood pressure, and that the reason for my high blood pressure comes from the hormones, not from the cardiology part. And so then they start checking there, and also there the diagnostic to make the diagnosis was also not easy because most of hormones they're checking very good, were all normal. So, and then then my doctor, she was taking care of me at that time, was really, really good. And she was also putting a lot of time and efforts to find the way. And then after 2-3 weeks, then I made one blood check, and then they found out that the markers for neuroendocrine tumors were extremely high, so they should be like between 19 and 109, and I had 1,200.
Okay.
So then she found out that there should be some tumors, and there were like, when I was in coma, when they make the CT, and so they make 2 of them, and there was something like once here up there, like I think, I don't remember exactly anymore, but I think it was like 12 millimeters or something here up there, and 19 millimeters here. Something, they saw 2 things which they didn't know exactly what they are. So after this, they saw, okay, that it should be neuroendocrine tumors. So yeah, and then a new story started going on. So
What is the new story?
yeah, so it was maybe to shorten the story, maybe we go to the end. So when I was visiting Guruji also, he put the hands on me. He was talking how you are.
Actually,
So,
how was
and
it? Like, did you spoke with Guruji about this whole experience, or never really?
I never spoke like directly. This was the first time when we met in person, because it was a Zoom darshan. There we talked. Maybe we come back to this. There I have to share something from the Zoom darshans. But in person, it was like a Just Love festival. Then half year later, and then I came here, and I was on the main lobby of the ashram, and talking to another devotee, and then Guruji came in the lobby. It was like, I don't know, it was 11 o'clock or something, midnight or something. He just came in, and so he came to me, how you are and how are you? And so he put his hand here on my chest, and then I told him, and so it was beautiful. And what should I tell him? He was there, so he knows. Yeah. So it was like, I just say it was nice, yeah, Guruji. Yeah. So it was nice time, and he didn't say anything. He was just smiling, and so he put his hand here, and then he left. And then a few days later, I went to Vienna to make another PET CT. This is like a CT, but they put some radioactive things in the blood, and then they look for cancer, and then they didn't found the upper. This one disappeared. Yeah, so it was not there anymore. So, and then was just a small one here, and so I didn't talk, like, yeah. We come back to this one, and yeah, that was the only discussion we had, like, personally. So at that moment.
Okay,
But it was so nice when I came back to life. Like, I was not here, and then it was also one surgery when they put me here, the defibrillator they put inside, because they didn't know why my heart stopped, and they put the defibrillator here. If my heart will stop again, that this one switch immediately on, and so it will revive me or something. I don't know how they say this. And so, and during the surgery, when they put this inside, it was like I was the surgery. I was not. I was awake, so they just make the local anesthesia. So, and it was when the doctor said the surgery will start now, and then I closed my eyes, start chanting our mantra, and I saw Guruji here in third eye. He was like dressed in this Krishna blue dress, like he was sitting there meditating, and it was also like there. It was such a good feeling. It was I was completely in peace. So when the doctor asked me something, I answered him, and so. But Guruji was all the time here, and there was no fear, no time, anything. I was just enjoying there his presence, and during the whole surgery he was there, and also. When he asked me something, and then I lost the focus on Guruji, and I talked to him, but then I just make the focus here, and he was there. He was there all the time, completely. And when they took me from the surgery table or something to the normal bed, then he left there. So the whole surgery he was there, and then we had this online darshan, and when the darshan begins, and then Guruji is looking to 1,000 people
To the different windows.
Yeah, here and then I was there sitting there having darshan, and then at one moment Guruji said, "Kristjan, nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again." I was like, that was me, I
That was
think.
just
That's why,
after you came back
yeah,
from
yeah.
the.
This was like then in March or April or
Mm,
something, and yeah, it was a beautiful feeling. It was when during the darshan, he is not mentioning a lot of people. He's just
mm,
answering some questions, or so saying hello to Swami, or so there. But
he
it was,
mentioned you. He
yeah,
saw
it
you,
was,
and he's like, "Ah, you are here now.
yeah, well,
You're
yeah.
back
So
here."
yeah, it's nice to see you again. And then I was like thinking, why he told me that he sees me again? Yeah, he was all the time with me. I was like, I was dead, and he was there with me. Then I came back, he was there. I was in a surgery, he was there. He was all the time with me. So and this makes me think then how many times he plays like this lila. Yeah,
As
you
if
know,
he.
yeah, he told me nice to see you again. Yeah,
Mm,
but he was there all the time with me.
that's why he
So
said again.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah.
So you. Anyway, for those who might hear now about online darshan, there's the chance for, like, Paramahamsa Vishwananda gives online darshan, which means he comes basically to your home. I will put the link in the description, and you can just register if you're interested to get also the blessings of Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Well, what should I say? I know that the time was. I heard about the incident. I heard that we were all praying, chantings, and different things were being done, and then I heard the story. Is there anything you want to add to conclude the whole picture for somebody who may listen to it? Because obviously the climax is you die, you're gone, and you come back. And for me, it's amazing to sit here with you, to have somebody who actually, we always hear about the near-death experiences, which could you call this a near-death experience, no?
I
Like,
think so. Yeah.
or
I was never thinking so much about the definition, but yeah, actually,
a different reality.
I don't know exactly where I have been, but it was not here, yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure, yeah. My wife told me she had some dreams also that she first my wife when this happened, then she wrote immediately some messages to people close to Guruji and told him what happened, and he answered to her. First, immediately she got the answer. I'm with him, and it was true. Yeah, he was there. Yeah. So I always say to people when Guruji tells you I'm with him or I'm with her, someone that's it's not just a condolence or some nice verse from him. That's true. He is there. He's there sitting with them, and then also when the doctor said that. I will not survive the night or something. And then Guruji sent a message, and he wrote to my, he said that with Giridhari's grace he will be fine. So, and then my wife had a dream that like she told us she was dreaming, like she was dreaming, and she saw Giridhari with the finger holding like Govardhan, and he was holding me. He was like me, and I was up there, and then I looked at, I raised my head and looked down and said, how I will come down now. So for her this was like a message that I will come back here. So the doctors were very pessimistic, but Guruji said with Giridhari's grace he will be fine. And then she had this dream, so that for her was like this
confirmation
confirmation I will
that
come back.
that
Yeah,
you
I
will
will
come
come
back.
back. Yeah, so.
How is your life now after this experience? Like you said already, problems were getting resolved, familiar, maybe relationships and work and whatever. How do you see your life now? How do you live your work life, relationship life, family life, all those things? What has changed after this experience?
I'd say there are two major changes, which are really strong. From a practical point of view, let's say we all have some triggers, where something upsets you or something, and this completely changed. So the things which triggered me before, I don't care at all. So, but there are some new things where I have to work, where I have to work on. So, so that's really different. This was also surprising me when I saw this. So I was not thinking about a logical explanation about this, but it's different. It's different. So I feel the same. It's the same body. Everything I feel the same. But this is really different. It's really different.
Do you take life generally differently? Like, do you live it more? Well, it's always said, live as if it's your last day, or don't get caught up because anyway. But I guess when you experience it, then the thing is just.
This is a third change, yes. It's a thing that I'm not scared of that anymore at all. So it's because I saw it was beautiful, it was so nice, and so I don't think about that anymore. So it's not. Actually, I don't think that it could be finished today. Actually, I don't care at all. So it will finish one day, and it will be beautiful. So it will be beautiful again. So it will be nice. So that's also different. Yeah, it's really different. And I don't think anymore. But what I saw now that the biggest change is that I think this is a huge blessing that I actually know that Guruji is all the time with me. He's all the time, every moment. He knows exactly everything. He's all the time here. So, and that's very, very different. Very, very different. And I'm here in SPN. I'm sitting here, and I know Guruji is in the next room. And maybe it's wrong. I should go there, but. I know
certainty of his presence.
Yeah, I know he's all the time here with me, and every moment, and he's always aware of everything, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, everything. So like yesterday, it was like it was fun. I was sitting in the lobby. I didn't register myself for the press and so, and I was sitting there, and the people came out. One group went in, out, and so there were always some people from our country, and we were talking like this, and then at the moment I stayed alone there on the table, and I was thinking maybe I should go down. Maybe not. I was thinking, and then at that moment, Guruji started, Shira Radhika Krishna Ko. To siamo na kinare, that's an imitation. So I was just running. I was like,
because that was the bhajan which you heard.
I was just running in a temple. And I was like, I don't have a band, I have to go in. So I was just running in, and so on.
I was actually also thinking about you when he sang it.
It was so good. It was so beautiful yesterday. I had a feeling that it was different yesterday when he was singing this. So it was such a party.
Very nice. It was amazing. If you would have to give one advice to people who watch this, what would you want them to say? One thought, advice, whatever you wish.
Register yourself to the first darshan. Attend so many darshans you can as possible. Meet him alive. Read his tweets. They're great. And just trust him.
He's speaking about Paramahamsa Vishwananda Guruji, in case you haven't understood.
Thank you.
So, wow. Interesting. You can see that your experience is real in the sense of everything what you told about your life, your problems, your solutions, your death, your coming back to life, everything is related with your spiritual master, everything is related with Guruji, and beautiful. Therefore, the only thing you want to share with somebody is meet him. Thank you. I wish you all the best. A long life. May you inspire and share this story over and over again. And yeah,
Thank you for the opportunity to share it. Yeah.
thank you for sharing it. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.